So I continue to roll it thinner, and then once it's thin enough to be a tree trunk for my little amount, I'm pressing flat, trying to keep it straight. You'll see why in a minute. And then the round part is going to be the trunk of my tree. And then the top part are going to be the branches. I was just trying to decide the shape. You'll want to smooth. And then we'll bake them. So you'll want to try to, that's my timer saying it's ready, my oven's ready to bake something. Sorry about that. But just try to shape the main branches the way that you would want. Okay, there. So basically, I'm making them different shapes, bending the trunks. This one is going to be a tree that kind of leans. And what I'm going to do is take small little pieces that I shape to a point, and I am going to attach them to the branches themselves and then smooth the clay on so you don't see a seam. Although I'm probably not going to be super picky about it. So see, I'm going to just start adding a couple branches. Then I'm going to add a third large branch, at least a third large branch to each one. I'm going to try to keep it roughly about the same size as my other branches. I'm going to attach it to the very back of the tree, smooth it on as gently as possible. And then I'm going to place it on my paper. And then I'm going to cook it with it angled up over a piece of tin foil. And that is so that the branches have more of a 3D effect and come out more than just from side to side. So I'll show you that after they cook. After they come out, I add tiny cotton balls. I distort them, kind of change their shape, make them look a little bit fluffy. And then I first attach them just by sticking them on, and then once I have them where I like them, I will gently lift them off. I'm using Elmer's glue. Just the clear school glue. I dipped it in there, and then I am letting it dry. So here it is with the rest of the cotton balls added, and I'm letting all of these little trees dry, and then we will paint them. So, what do you guys think? They look kind of like cotton candy? Here are my little cotton candy trees. They're more one-sided towards the front. So basically, we left off at plain white cotton balls on there. And I'm going to show you the colors I'm using for this. These are the powdered food colorings. How many uses they have? So I'm using a brighter color aqua. I'm using kind of a lime color for just like highlights. And then I am using two darker tealy blue colors for adding some appearance of shadows. So let's start here. This was the one I was using for the lime. I'll add a little bit of lime at the very front. Make them look closer. But I'm having very little green in there. From here, I am adding a ton of the palest blue. This one is actually called turquoise, and it's the petal dust rather than a luster dust. So I'm just adding color, splotching it on. You might want to have the colors away from each other so you don't mix them. And I use these just for my polymer clay, so you could push your little cotton balls around. And you can even overlap the green area too. Add some to the back. I intend my piece to be shown from the front and sides rather than the back, but I still want to add some color to the back. And then I'll even use it from my paper to conserve. Sorry about the little ones in the background. Nieces and nephews are all 2 rooms away, but they're being pretty loud. And I'm going for that the green to be more green than yellow. So I do add a little bit of this yellowish color, not the yellow, a little bit of the turquoise color to where the greens were, leaving very little of it untouched by other colors, unless you really like the brightness of it. That's completely up to you. Okay, so there's those two, and now I will add touches of the darker colors in. Sometimes more to the underside and edges to make them look like they recess a little bit more than they do, giving more of the appearance of shadows. So, what do you guys think? They look kind of like cotton candy? I did my purple cotton candy tree the same way, but I used 2 shades of purple and then 2 shades of gold. And this is how that one came out.